We think we have a pretty good handle on what's valuable in our world. We think it's money, right? But what if the whole definition of currency is changing right under our very noses? Today, we're going to dig into a huge shift in power, in value, and, well, what it even means to be wealthy anymore. Okay, let's get into it.
For centuries, it was all pretty simple. On the left, that's the old world. Power was directly tied to money and your family name, your pedigree. It was stable. It was clear. But now, well, we're living in a world where, as our source material says, money flows like water. It's just everywhere, and it moves so fast.
So let's just rewind for a second and look at that old system. For generations, the formula for who had power and who didn't was surprisingly straightforward. And the lines in society, they were drawn with one single, really powerful tool: cold, hard cash.
I mean, this quote just nails it. Back then, money wasn't just for buying stuff. Oh no. It was a public announcement of your place in the world. Your wealth screamed power, your family's influence. It was the ultimate status symbol.
And that brings us to the big, central puzzle of our modern world. If money isn't that clear, stable sign of status anymore, then what is? How do we figure out social standing in a world where fortunes can be made and lost in the blink of an eye? This is where things get really, really interesting, because something new has quietly crept in and taken money's place. There is a new currency, and it's now the ultimate measure of value and influence.
In this kind of chaotic modern money system, the single most valuable thing you can have isn't in your bank account. The most powerful currency, the best thing to have of value, is
human data. Yep, that's it. Just think about that for a second. This is the new gold. It's the new oil. It's the raw material that powers our entire modern world. Every click, every like, every single search you make, it's all part of this new foundation of power. It's the incredibly detailed story of who we are, what we do, and what we want. So what exactly are we talking about here? Well, human data is basically the digital footprint we all leave behind. It's all the info that tracks our behavior, from the sites we visit to the stuff we buy. And it's gathered through every poll, every survey, and every interaction we have online. This slide shows the cycle perfectly. The data from your phone, your likes, dislikes, your patterns, it all flows into this giant system. It gets processed, and then what comes back to you is a personalized, tailored online world. This feedback loop is the engine that powers everything, from the ads you see to the videos that get recommended. All right, so if data is the new money, how do you actually spend it or earn it? Let's take a look at the new economy of data and how it all connects back to two very old human ideas: debt and our desire for status. And here's the crucial part. The motivation behind all this is exactly the same as it's always been. People want to improve their social standing. And in this new economy, they are totally willing to go into a new kind of debt to make it happen. So here's how that cycle works, step by step. It all starts with that desire for status, right? You want to level up. So a service is offered to you, but the price isn't just money, it's your personal data. You click Agree, entering into a binding contract. And just like that, you're in debt. You've traded a piece of yourself for a perceived step up the ladder. But this isn't just about little individual trades. This whole system has ballooned into a mechanism for organizing our entire society on a massive scale. And here's the core of how it works. Companies and services use all the data they collect to classify you. Yeah, they actually determine your tier or status based on your online behavior, your habits, your digital footprint. Now, what's really crucial to understand is that the system itself isn't necessarily good or bad. It all comes down to the intent behind it. This data can be used with good intentions to genuinely lend a helping hand, but it can also be used with selfish intent to profit from our vulnerabilities. And the result? A growing gap. A divide between the fortunate, who get easy access to all the best resources and tech, and the less fortunate, who get minimal access. This data-driven system can actually make existing social divides even wider. So what's the ultimate cost in all of this? We've talked about society, but let's bring it back to you, the individual. What is the personal price that we pay for living inside this data economy? This quote from our source, man, it gets right to the heart of it. The ultimate power of data isn't just about selling you sneakers. It's about controlling the narrative, about creating a personalized, intertwined reality where everything you see and experience is shaped by your data. And that's the profound danger here. When your reality is curated by algorithms, you might find yourself walking down a path that's defined by ads and notifications, a path that isn't really your own. It might be a path of just consuming things, not a path of growth, a path that doesn't lead to your full potential, or what our source calls your higher self.
And that leaves us with a final, really crucial question for you to think about. Take a look at your own digital life, your feed, your recommendations, the ads you see. Is the intertwined reality being built around you a reflection of who you truly want to be, or is it slowly shaping you into someone else entirely?